Once you've selected the mutual funds or ETFs that you would like to evaluate, hit the 3-gear button at the upper right corner of the list to start the analysis. In response, RITA will produce an initial table scoring and ranking the choices within that asset class of the mutual fund or ETF you have searched. The default table displays the top 10 funds in the asset class. The yellow highlighting identifies your choice, and the orange highlighting identifies the benchmark for the asset class. You can increase the number displayed up to 50 by clicking the down arrow at the upper left corner of the table, and you can decrease the number displayed to not less than 10 by clicking the up arrow. The score on the far right is the composite score produced by the weighting of all the factors chosen to use to score and rank the choices within this asset class. These scores effectively rank the choices from the highest scoring number 1 choice at the top of the table to the lowest. In the upper part of the table, you will see that the default scoring and ranking was performed using an equal 50-50 weighting between return-related and risk-related factors. This is done in order to show no bias favoring either returns or risk factors. How much weight you wish to give either one is entirely up to you, and you can easily make that adjustment by sliding the green button to the right to increase the weight on return-related factors, or slide it to the left to increase the weight on risk-related factors. By increasing either one, you will proportionately lessen the weight of the other. You will notice that the blue miscellaneous category heading at the top of the table is given no initial weight, nor are individual factors in the miscellaneous category shown in the initial table. Note here at the top of the column the number of mutual funds and ETFs in this asset class. By clicking the factor menu icon on the top left of the table, you have the ability to add and remove up to 24 factors and change the weightings of any of the factors you may wish to use, or not weight them at all if you would just like to view them in the ranking table. If you've added miscellaneous factors, you can add weight to these factors by moving the blue slider to the left on the top weighting bar. And depending on your investment objectives, you can then further adjust return and risk weightings. The relative percentage and the overall percentage of the weight of each factor is displayed below the column headers and will switch back and forth between the two by clicking in that area. Despite the fact that no miscellaneous factors are included in the default table, you can put as much weight as you wish on miscellaneous and any of its subfactors. You may consider just turning them on without weighting them, or with a low weighting applied, just to see how the highest scoring choices, based upon your return and risk factor weighting, compare in miscellaneous category. Here's what you need to understand about expense ratios. Each mutual fund may have other share classes for which you may be qualified with less expensive expense ratios. So as you evaluate the highest scoring alternatives, this is one of the first things you'll wish to check after performing your analysis. Is there a less expensive share class for which I might qualify? And lastly, clicking on the chart icon in the upper right corner produces a chart which graphically displays the rankings on a curve of the available choices in this asset class.